Welcome back, everyone. I know it's been a while, but I'm going over my 1-year experience with my CCW permit. Stay tuned. I have to say again, welcome back. I know it's been a while. I'm a broken record, but hey, it has been a journey getting here. It's been 1 year and then some having my CCW. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the likes on that video, because that video pretty much blew up. It is going farther than I ever expected, but I wanted to make videos for this channel that were more informative than anything else. And that's why I don't post up as regularly as YouTube channels. So if you could comment down below your experience with getting your CCW, as well as where are you at in the process, or are you thinking of yourself to get one? And also with that, if you're liking the content, consider subscribing to the channel. Like the video is stating, is that it's been 1 year with my CCW permit, and it's been a process and journey of just having it to learn more. This is where I always talk about that learning does not stop. It does not. Learning the law, learning where it could be on your side, where you want to be, it's all the process after that. It is your responsibility to keep it up, to keep up everything. Remember that. And this is where I do want to go into my experiences carrying, so getting to my 1 year mindset all the way until right now. I was issued the CCW in August of 2021, and now it is of October 24th, 2022. Again, I still have to look at the date, but that is where it's at right here. It's been 1 year and then some. Having that 1 year experience with carrying really does set me apart in the fact that I am not kind of where I was in the beginning to where I'm now. I'm very close, but there is so much more that I learned. I am more talking about insight than anything. Again, I will answer some questions, because the one question I kept getting is, do I carry with one in the chamber? And yes, I do. That's just the way it is. Again, that's my preference. A lot of people have preference to not carry one in the chamber, and they could rack the slide as fast as they can, and the noise shouldn't matter. Nobody's gonna hear it, and that is up to them. Again, keep yourself safe in the realms, in the law, and do what you feel is right. That's all I could say. I will briefly go over this, but wearing the right clothes when you're carrying. Again, wear more free-flowing shirts. Don't wear the tightest shirt. I've seen some people where I know that they're carrying, I can see it. You see it. It's not even a joke. And when you're carrying appendix, I see it in a lot of skinnier guys. That's the thing, is I got a little bit of a, you know, a little big boy over here, right? Like I said, I'm not the most, you know, the biggest guy, and I'm not the most skinniest, but again, I carry it in a way where, no, you don't see it at all. Again, I do adjust myself every once in a while, but barely compared to how it was before, and that's the idea here. And that's what I'm gonna say. You gotta wear what's comfortable as well as what conceals, because that's the idea here. You're concealed carrying. That's the idea, remember that. And one thing I do want to get into is this. It is not an actual Glock 17 Generation 4. Yes, there's trademarks on here. It does look like real steel, but like I said, why do you think I said real steel? This is a BB gun by Umerix. It is a Generation 4, like I said, Glock 17, so it matches up with my Glock 22 very well. It's the same size, same everything, so I do get to carry it in my holster. Now, why would I carry this? In reality, I'm using it in training. You can go to a shooting range, and if they let you pull from the draw and shoot, it is even better, but in my case, I have an indoor range that doesn't allow you to draw. I use this most of the time in a cleared chamber. The magazine is in there. You got same size, look, and feel of real steel. Bullets are expensive. I will not beat around the bush. Bullets are expensive. Every time I fire, I hear... If you heard that, then you know what I'm talking about. So what I'm talking about here, in general, this is muscle memory. Staying sharp. Going to the shooting range as much as you can, but when you can't, also be able to train with your unloaded handgun. Get that line of sight going on, target in picture, and being able to fire, breathe correctly. This is where it all comes down to it. Your training. Training is going to help you in the end. If you ever heard the statement, practice makes perfect, don't listen to that. It's practice makes it better. You keep practicing forever. You're never going to be perfect. Remember that. And when you really need it, everything is on the line. If you understand what I'm talking about, you want to be better. Every day, try to be better than you were the next day. Not the next week, not the next month. It's all about every day you're trying to be better. In general, we know in life, you should be like that. You're trying to get better every single day of your life with anything. So first off, I just got to get this out of there. In my experience, I never had to brandish or draw or fire my weapon out there, and I'm so happy for that. Again, God willing, nothing has happened to me personally, and I will pray to the heavens that it never does, but to have it with me for protection is better than not having anything at all. Remember, you want to be a warrior in a garden, not a gardener in a war. Again, shout out to Bruce Lee. Why we say that is because your training is going to come down to it. It's going to help you out in the end. And like I said, in training, you also want to train your mind as well. So you can never learn too much law. You have to have law on your side in this case because you're doing this by the book. You're not going Dirty Harry out there and going wild. And that's the sad fact of the matter is that criminals will use everything they can, all the advantage against you, and you have to somehow combat that and be on top and also have the law in your mind. Always have your six covered. It's always better to have a wingman with you or somebody behind you carrying that out, but in most cases or all the cases, you are alone. You are your first responder. You are everything. Remember, using the firearm is your last resort. You feel your life's threatened and you go for it. Remember, you answer for every shot you take and never ever question, did you take that shot wrongfully? This is why I talk about this. This is my palm pepper spray. It's not actually a pepper spray. It's a pepper stream. So you can get really good on target with this thing. Good distance. Stop a lot of assailants with this alone, and you're not going to have to deal with the amount of investigation, the amount of turning your life upside down. This could happen, and it's sad because you're just trying to protect yourself. Do everything in your power to be on the law's side, as well as trust that every action you take is the right action. That's a lot to do and be weighted on your shoulders. And this is why I say, and this is why I made this follow-up video, but because it's been 1 year and not a day goes by that when I walk out there and I'm carrying, that I don't think of this. And you gotta think of this, but you can't be scared of it. You gotta use it. Use that fear, if you want to call it, against anything else. Use the fear so you cover your six and you know you're going to be safe here. This is what this all comes down to. Why do you carry? You're carrying to be safe. That's just what it is. And this is why I briefly go over this. I won't name names and I won't say what to do or anything, but good insurance will help you in the end. You want to go with a good insurance that's going to keep you safe. Basic and done. My first experience with getting my CCW, talking with law enforcement. So this year I was in an accident. I was T-boned at a light. Vehicle was immobilized. I had to be helped by some people from the church. So first off, you got to understand, it's my first accident. A lot of turmoil going on. Like, what just happened? This is insane. Police did show up again. Shout out Officer Cleveland, San Fernando Valley Police Department. Made everything smooth. I just did everything by the book. I wasn't so nervous, but I kept saying, like, this is my first accident. Whoa. I didn't realize, but the clip, because I do carry appendix, was showing when I gave him my ID. It literally was just my ID. I didn't give him my CCW or anything, and I didn't realize that it was showing until I was walking across the street to the other side where the other car was, and there was another officer over there. I noticed it really quick, and I just threw it down. Again, that's all it went to, and I didn't feel nervous about having the gun on me, that I was being questioned by the police because this was an accident. Again, some people have different views about that. They might be very nervous with this going on. In my case, I've never even been pulled over by the police. But if I would, my preference or what I would do, again, me, is that I would give them license, registration, and my CCW card. That's just the way it is. I don't have to talk about it or nothing. But most of the time, if you have it, they don't want to know. They don't care. And if you're not running around doing something bad, it's out of their head, out of their mind. Again, the sheriff's office trusted you with a CCW permit. So like I said, it's been 1 year and no craziness has happened to me. No, nothing. And I'm not going to say I was some wide-eyed younger kid a year ago. No way, no. It's just, I realized how much law you need to know and have on your side. You can never get enough. Every time something changes, be on top of it. Don't just complain about it. Be on top of it. That's why I always say, and I answer people like, blah, 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 but I always put, check your sheriff's office, check your county, check your state. Different states have different laws. That's how it goes. You want to be on the right side of the law. That's the idea here. Right? Do what you can, protect yourself, but be on the right side of the law. That's all I gotta say. Hope this helped anybody who is just receiving their CCW or is just about to and is about to carry for the first time. Learn the law. You can never get much more law. You can never get more training. You can never get more practice. You can never get more insight. And that's why carrying the next year coming again until mine expires and I renew it is gonna be the insight I'm gonna get in this next year. I hope this helped, just like my original CCW video. If you are in the process of actually starting your CCW, you might want to watch that. It kind of gives you a little bit more in depth. This was the end of 2021 when I received it, so it shouldn't be too far off of what's going on, but things change all the time. And again, be on the right side of the law, do what you can, stay safe. This is Smith from Fresh on the Range.